Okay, I'm going to try and do this fast because I don't know how long I can record this video for. This is the cycle analysis on the GDX, which we'll just use for both gold and the miners in general because they all seem to correlate. And the cycles are pretty much the same. So, alright, I know it looks a little muddy. We've got the lines vertically and these little circles at the bottom of it. Very simply, at the bottom, or the trough of the circle, typically correlates to a low on the GDX. And at the highest point of the circle up here, you can see it typically correlates to a high. Here is a very clear one here. You can see right at the low, right here came in about July of 2012, perfectly on cue. Then a rally came out of it, and it topped out right smack in the middle at the highest point of the circle. Over here, it got even more perfect. You see, right at the trough here in July, boom, low, high right in the middle. Boom, low again, high right in the middle. Boom, low again, high right in the middle. We got our low, as predicted, right in the December-January time period this year. Now where we are right here is saying that this basically is the high. At this area, you had, what, about 22 here, and we're at about 1950 here. So don't expect the GDX to be going up much more than this. This circle extends out to hit the bottom at about June, which is where I expect us to bottom at. June being a summer month would correlate with Martin Armstrong's final bottom in June. But it looks like we're going down from there. But, I mean, I circled these. You can see how perfectly this is correlated going back for 4 years now. Here was a low. Here was a high. Here was a low. Here was a high. Here was a low. You didn't really get much of a high there. It just slipped. That's where it really started to break in 2012. You can see here was a low. Here was the attempt back to try and retake that trading range that failed, and then it was all downhill. You did get a low signal here in January of 2013, and you didn't really see a low. You saw it continue even lower at that point. That was one situation which didn't correlate perfectly, but almost all the other times, even back here, July of 2010, you could see you hit a low, and then it's kind of blocked out by a high right here in the center of it. So, moral of the story is, gold looks like it's going down. Probably not going to bottom until about end of May, June, maybe July latest. But that would be Martin Armstrong's bottom most likely, and have cash on hand because it's going to be a hell of a buy.